Ladies and gentlemen, too many people spend their lives chasing luck. They hope for a break. They wait for opportunity to knock. They believe that success is something that randomly falls into their lap. But let me tell you the truth. Luck is not the currency of achievement. Luck is a fleeting moment, a chance that comes and goes. It is unreliable, uncontrollable, and often unpredictable. What separates those who accomplish great things from those who merely dream is not luck, it is discipline. Discipline is the consistent commitment to take the right actions, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is the daily decision to do what needs to be done, regardless of comfort, regardless of motivation, regardless of circumstance. Discipline builds character, strengthens resolve, and transforms potential into results. When you are disciplined, you create your own opportunities. You don't wait for luck to find you. You become unstoppable because you have built habits, knowledge, and resilience that carry you through any situation. Success is not a game of chance. It is a game of choice. Every decision, every action, every day matters. When you commit to discipline, you remove the uncertainty of luck. You move forward with purpose. You achieve with consistency. And over time, what others call luck is simply the visible result of your disciplined efforts. So stop waiting for a miracle. Stop hoping for luck to change your life. Instead, commit to discipline. Master your habits, control your mind, refine your actions, and success will become inevitable. Remember, luck favors those who are prepared, and preparation is born out of discipline. You don't need luck. You need discipline. Discipline is the bridge between what you are and what you are capable of becoming. Every human being is born with potential, a seed of greatness waiting to be realized. Potential is a gift, but it is only the beginning. Potential alone does not create success. It does not bring achievement. And it certainly does not guarantee fulfillment. It is discipline that transforms potential into performance, turning dreams into measurable results. Without discipline, potential remains dormant, hidden, and wasted. A person may have immense talent, remarkable intelligence, or extraordinary ideas, but if they lack discipline, those gifts remain unused, sitting idle like an engine that has never been started. Discipline is the force that awakens your potential, that drives you to act consistently, and that molds raw ability into excellence. Discipline is not about perfection. It is not about never making mistakes or never failing. Discipline is about consistency, about showing up even when you do not feel like it, about doing the necessary work day after day, hour after hour, without relying on motivation or luck. It is about creating habits that support your growth and sticking to them even when it is uncomfortable. It is easy to be motivated when the conditions are favorable, when the path is clear, and when success seems immediate. But discipline is revealed in the moments when the path is difficult, when obstacles appear, and when the results are not immediate. It is then that discipline separates those who achieve greatness from those who merely dream of it. Potential without discipline is like a muscle that is never exercised. It exists, but it cannot perform. Talent without discipline can impress for a moment, but it will never sustain achievement. Ideas without discipline remain ideas, never becoming reality. Even the most brilliant minds require the structure of discipline to bring their visions to life. Discipline teaches focus, sharpens your skills, and builds resilience. It trains the mind to prioritize, the body to endure, and the spirit to persevere. It allows you to face challenges with strength, to overcome setbacks with determination, and to keep moving forward when others give up. Every success story you admire is rooted in discipline. The athlete who breaks records, the entrepreneur who builds an empire, the artist whose work inspires millions, all of them achieve their results through disciplined action. They understood that talent alone is not enough. They committed to a daily practice, a routine, a system that allowed them to consistently perform at their highest level. They embraced discipline as a principle of life, knowing that every small action repeated over time compounds into extraordinary outcomes. Discipline is not glamorous, it is not flashy. It is often unseen, quiet, and persistent. Yet, it is the most powerful tool for converting potential into performance. The truth is that discipline gives you control over your destiny. It allows you to harness your abilities, to direct your energy toward meaningful goals, and to produce results that reflect your true potential. When you cultivate discipline, you stop waiting for luck, for opportunity, or for external validation. You take responsibility for your growth and your achievements. You become the master of your own performance. Every decision you make, every action you take, becomes a deliberate step to excellence. Discipline transforms dreams into plans, plans into action, and action into measurable success. It is the quiet power that shapes champions, leaders, and visionaries. In the end, potential is only the beginning, a promise of what could be. Discipline is the action that fulfills that promise. It is the difference between imagining success and actually achieving it. When you embrace discipline, you give your potential a chance to shine. You give your abilities a platform to perform. You turn what could have been into what will be. Discipline converts potential into performance. And through disciplined action, greatness becomes not just a possibility, but an inevitable reality. Many people spend their lives hoping for luck to change their circumstances, waiting for a sudden break or an unexpected opportunity to deliver success. Believe that achievement is about being in the right place at the right time, about being lucky, enough to have doors open for them. But the truth is far different. Luck is temporary, unpredictable, and unreliable. It cannot be controlled, it cannot be planned for, and it certainly cannot sustain long-term success. What truly determines the outcome of your life is consistency. Consistency beats luck every time because it is not a fleeting moment, it is a sustained, deliberate, and purposeful effort that compounds over time. Consistency is the commitment to keep showing up, even when the results are not immediate. It is the practice of doing the right things day after day, regardless of how you feel, regardless of how easy or difficult it is. It is understanding that greatness is not achieved in a single act, a single opportunity, or a single stroke of fortune. It is earned through repetition, through discipline, and through unwavering commitment to your goals. When you are consistent, you build momentum that luck alone could never create. You transform small, seemingly insignificant actions into powerful habits that drive long-term results. Consistency is the quiet force behind every success story. The entrepreneur who builds empire did not do so overnight. They invested in the daily grind, in the repeated actions, in the unwavering pursuit of their vision. The athlete who breaks records did not do so by chance. They trained day after day, honing their skills, building endurance, and pushing beyond their limits. The artist who inspires millions did not rely on luck. They practiced relentlessly, refining their craft and perfecting their talent over years of persistent effort. What all of these examples share is not luck, it is consistency. They understood that success is not an accident hit, is a result of disciplined, repeated action over time. Consistency also builds trust and credibility. People begin to notice those who are reliable, those who deliver results over and over again. Consistency is visible. It creates a reputation that luck cannot manufacture. Luck may give someone a momentary advantage, but without consistency, that advantage disappears as quickly as it came. Consistency, however, compounds. Every small effort, every step forward, every commitment kept adds up to exponential growth and undeniable results. It is the daily investment in your skills, your knowledge, and your character that ultimately separates those who achieve greatness from those who merely hope for it. The beauty of consistency is that it turns ordinary people into extraordinary performers. You do not have to be the most talented, the most intelligent, or the most fortunate to succeed. You simply have to be consistent. Show up when it is hard. Do what is necessary when motivation fades. Persist when others quit. In time, your consistent efforts will create opportunities, open doors, and deliver results that others might call luck. But you will know the truth. It is not luck at all. It is the natural outcome of your relentless commitment. Consistency is also a form of self-mastery. It teaches patience, resilience, and focus. It trains you to prioritize what matters most and to resist distractions that threaten your progress. When you commit to being consistent, you take control of your life and your results. You stop waiting for chance and start creating outcomes that reflect your dedication and effort. Every small, repeated action is an investment in your future. Over months and years, what seems minor today becomes monumental tomorrow. In the end, luck may give someone a temporary advantage, but it is consistency that creates lasting success. Those who rely on luck are at the mercy of circumstance, while those who are consistent are in control of their destiny. Consistency is the engine that drives achievement, the force that multiplies effort, and the principle that transforms dreams into reality. When you understand this truth and commit to consistent action, you realize that luck was never required in the first place. Consistency beats luck every time. And through it, your potential becomes your performance and your vision becomes your reality. True freedom does not come from circumstances, wealth, or even status. True freedom comes from mastery over oneself. Many people believe that freedom is the absence of restriction, the ability to do whatever they want, whenever they want. But this is an illusion. Without self-control, freedom becomes chaos. Without the ability to govern your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you are enslaved by impulses, distractions, and external circumstances. Self-control is the gateway to genuine freedom, because it allows you to make decisions deliberately rather than reactively. It allows you to rise above immediate desires and focus on long-term results. It is the power to choose your response instead of being controlled by it. And in that choice lies true liberation. Self-control begins in the mind. Your thoughts dictate your actions, and your actions shape your destiny. When you master your thoughts, you master your behavior. When you control your impulses, you control your direction. It is easy to give into comfort, procrastination, anger, or fear. It is easy to be reactive and allow circumstances to dictate your mood, your choices, and your progress. But the disciplined individual understands that freedom is not doing whatever feels good in the moment. It is the ability to make decisions that serve your purpose, your vision, and your long-term growth. Every moment you exercise self-control, you are taking a step toward freedom, toward independence, toward the life you are capable of creating. Self-control also protects you from being manipulated by others. When you lack control over your emotions, your desires, and your habits, external forces easily sway you. Peer pressure, fleeting trends, and societal expectations can dictate your life. But when you develop self-control, you create a boundary between yourself and the chaos around you. You do not allow temporary circumstances or the opinions of others to determine your actions. You act with intention, with focus, and with purpose. You become the captain of your ship, navigating through storms rather than being tossed by them. Every great achievement requires self-control. No successful person has ever reached the pinnacle of their potential without it. The entrepreneur who builds an empire does not spend recklessly. The athlete who wins championships does not give in to distractions or indulgence. The artist who inspires generations does not abandon practice when it is uncomfortable. Each of them exercises self-control, choosing what serves their vision over what satisfies their immediate desires. This control does not restrict their freedom, rather, it expands it. It frees them from regret, from wasted time, and from opportunities missed due to impulsive decisions. Self-control also develops discipline in every area of life. It trains your mind to focus, your body to endure, and your spirit to persevere. It allows you to resist temptation, delay gratification, and prioritize what truly matters. Each act of restraint strengthens your character and builds your capacity to handle greater responsibility. Over time, self-control creates an internal authority, a power over your own life that cannot be taken away. You become free, not because the world bends to your will, but because you are no longer bound by your own weaknesses. The paradox of self-control is that restriction actually creates liberty. By saying no to what hinders your progress, you say yes to what propels you forward. By mastering your desires, you unlock your potential. By governing your mind, you govern your life. The more you exercise self-control, the less you are controlled by circumstance, emotion, or the fleeting whims of society. You move with purpose, act with intention, and live with freedom. In the end, freedom is not the absence of discipline. It is the presence of self-control. It is the ability to act with clarity, purpose, and intentionality no matter the situation. Those who master themselves are never slaves to fortune, temptation, or chaos. They are free to pursue their goals, realize their potential, and live lives of meaning. Self-control is the gateway to freedom, and through it, you discover the power, the focus, and the liberty to become the person you were created to be. Opportunity is often misunderstood. Many people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances, or the perfect stroke of luck, believing that success comes to those who are merely fortunate. But the truth is that opportunity is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of preparation. Opportunity is invisible to the unprepared eye. And even when it appears, it will pass by those who are not ready to seize it. Preparation precedes opportunity because success favors those who have invested time, effort, and discipline before the moment of possibility arrives. When you prepare, you do not wait for opportunity, you create it. Preparation begins with vision. To be ready, you must know where you are going. You must define your goals, clarify your purpose, and understand the skills, knowledge, and habits required to achieve your objectives. Vision gives direction to preparation, allowing your efforts to be intentional rather than random. Without a clear vision, preparation becomes aimless. An opportunity may pass unnoticed, but when you prepare with a purpose, you position yourself to recognize and act on the opportunities that others overlook. Preparation sharpens your awareness and aligns your actions with your aspirations. Preparation also demands discipline. It is not enough to dream or to hope for success. Preparation requires consistent effort over time, mastering the fundamentals, refining your skills, and building the resilience to face challenges. Every hour spent learning, every task completed with excellence, every habit cultivated contributes to your readiness. The unprepared may stumble when opportunity arrives, but those who have prepared respond with confidence and competence. Preparation creates readiness. It builds the foundation upon which success is constructed. Opportunities are fleeting. They rarely announce themselves with fanfare. They do not wait for you to feel motivated or ready. They appear unexpectedly, sometimes in moments of pressure or challenge. When you are prepared, you can recognize these moments for what they are. You can step forward with skill, knowledge, and courage. You can convert potential into tangible results. But when you are unprepared, the same moments pass by unnoticed, and what could have been a breakthrough becomes a regret. Preparation transforms chance into certainty, potential into action, and opportunity into achievement. Preparation also builds confidence. When you know that you have done the work, when you know that you have honed your ability and mastered the fundamentals, you approach every situation with composure. Confidence is not arrogance. It is the quiet assurance that you are ready. This assurance allows you to take decisive action, to face uncertainty without fear, and to perform at your best when it matters most. Opportunity requires action, and action requires readiness. Without preparation, hesitation and doubt dominate, and success slips through your grasp. Preparation is not only about skills and knowledge, it is about character. It is about cultivating patience, perseverance, and discipline. It is about being willing to do the work when no one is watching, to invest in yourself even when the reward is not immediate. Opportunity favors those who have prepared, not those who wish for luck. Those who are ready do not wait for permission or circumstance. They act decisively, boldly, and effectively. Preparation allows you to meet the moment with excellence, to transform potential into achievement, and to create outcomes that reflect your true capability. In the end, opportunity is meaningless without preparation. Dreams without preparation remain dreams. Potential without preparation remains untapped. Success is reserved for those who understand that preparation is not optional, it is essential. By preparing diligently, consistently, and purposefully, you ensure that when opportunity arrives, you are not only ready but unstoppable. Preparation precedes opportunity. And through preparation, you turn the possibilities of life into the realities of achievement. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is not something that happens to you because of luck, coincidence, or circumstance. Destiny is shaped by the choices you make, the habits you form, and the actions you consistently take. Discipline is the force that molds your destiny. It is the framework upon which the life you desire is built. Without discipline, dreams remain fantasies, goals remain distant, and potential remains unrealized. Discipline transforms intention into action, action into habit, and habit into the reality you experience. In this way, discipline does not merely influence your destiny, it determines it. Discipline begins with self-mastery. To shape your destiny, you must first govern yourself. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions must align with your purpose. The person who acts impulsively, who yields to distractions, who allows habits to control them rather than controlling their habits, surrenders their future to chance. But the disciplined individual understands that every small choice matters. Every decision to act with focus, to persist despite obstacles, and to honor commitment, even when it is uncomfortable, is a brick in the foundation of their destiny. Discipline is the consistent application of intentional behavior, and it is through this consistency that destiny is crafted. Destiny is not shaped in moments of ease, it is shaped in moments of resistance. Life will present challenges, temptations, and pressures that test your resolve. Without discipline, it is easy to stray, to take the path of least resistance, or to postpone action indefinitely. But discipline enables you to persevere. It allows you to endure temporary discomfort in pursuit of long-term gain. It empowers you to remain steadfast when others give up, to continue learning when progress seems slow, and to act decisively when opportunity arises. Discipline turns obstacles into lessons, setbacks into growth, and challenges into stepping stones toward your purpose. Discipline also aligns your daily actions with your long-term vision. Every habit you form, every routine you maintain, and every responsibility you honor compounds over time. Small, consistent actions produce extraordinary results. The disciplined individual does not rely on sudden inspiration or external circumstances. They rely on their structured, consistent approach to life. By controlling their actions today, they shape the trajectory of their tomorrow. They understand that destiny is not an abstract concept, but the sum total of choices made consistently over time. Discipline allows them to direct the flow of their life toward their desired outcome, rather than being swept along by randomness or impulse. Character is built through discipline, and character shapes destiny. People who are disciplined develop integrity, resilience, and accountability. They learn to prioritize what is important over what is convenient. They become reliable in their commitments, consistent in their effort, and intentional in their decisions. This strength of character not only influences their own life, but also inspires and impacts those around them. Destiny is not created in isolation. It is shaped by the quality of your relationships, the trust you build, and the example you set. Discipline ensures that these contributions are purposeful and enduring. In the end, discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you are meant to become. Destiny is not something you wait for, it's something you design, one decision at a time. The disciplined person does not leave their future to chance. They shape it with precision, persistence, and purpose. Through discipline, dreams become plans, plans become actions, and actions become results. Destiny is not a matter of luck or fate, it is the inevitable outcome of disciplined living. When you commit to discipline in every area of your life, you take control of your path, fulfill your potential, and step confidently into the future you were created to achieve. Discipline shapes destiny, and through it, you transform possibility into reality.